to you and welcome to Hashtags here on VOPTV. All right, yes, well, it's another beautiful edition of the show. That's right, a show that is all about everything trending on social media, from good, bad, ugly. I mean, we talk about entertainment, we talk about politics, we talk about sports, we talk about economics, everything and anything you need to know. Well, we've got you on the show. All right, yes, you're definitely welcome. Okay, you can be a part of the show by just going to our YouTube right now and subscribing right now, okay, at Voice Other People TV. And on social media, we're at VOP TV Live. Well, I'm Kayla, and I'm going to be holding it down today for you on the show, all right? Yes. Well, we have a lot of hashtags that have been trending on social media today. What can I say? We've seen the Igbo's trend down to Megan Thee Stallion and the Nicki Minaj beef trend. We've seen a lot trend. We've seen the Tinubu trend. We've seen protest trend. I mean, who is protesting and who is not protesting? Well, we've also seen other things trending, but today we're going to pick just a couple, just like two hashtags, and get into it and dissect it. Well, like I said initially, you can definitely comment what you think about the hashtags that we're going to discuss on today's edition. Well, today we've got the hashtag NYSC, yes, as in National Youth Service Corps. It is trending. And of course, we've got the hashtag Grammys. Well, Nigerians and overdoing things. I'm sure we're not surprised at this point when especially fans of your favorite celebrities overdo things on social media. Again, well, we've got these two things trending majorly today, and we're going to speak very seriously on them. But we're going to do that just after this break. Don't go anywhere. We're still here on the hashtag. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Hashtags here on VOP TV. Everything about social media. Well, let's get into the hashtags. I did say before the break that we've got two major hashtags that have been trending all day, and it's only right when we just get into the hashtag. Like I always say, you may be out, you may have been out all day, not, caught up on what's been going on social media. Well, I'm here to do it for you to know what's happening, what's trending, what people have been talking about, what the netizens have been all about today. Like I did say, NYC has been trending. Well, let's know how the National Youth Service Corps has been trending. You will recall that the National Youth Service Corps was founded back in 1973. Yes, May 22 to be precise, 1973. And this was really just after the Civil War. Well, this was brought up because it was brought for reconciliation and rehabilitation of, the country. Well, now the Youth Service Corps has been going on for years now. I mean, a lot of years, decades now. And, it's only right if the government brought this up to bring the youths of the country together, to stand for the country, to rehabilitate the environment and the country, and, reconcile the situation of the country. But it's only right if you also compensate them well. Well, that's what many youth corps members are decrying on social media. Many people are saying if our Allawee, that is what it's called, it's actually called the NYSC allowance, popularly called Allawee, is just 33,000 in this current economy. How do you expect us to move, to survive, and to serve our father's land? Well, you do recall yesterday that I spoke about the dollar to naira. Well, let me say the black market currently now is about 1,700 to $1. Just $1 to naira is 1,700, literally, in a black market. Well, it's still like 1,005 as of today, 30th January. Now, guys, you see that this is the current situation in the economy. In the economy, we've got that dollar to naira rising up until 1,700. And now the NYSC Allawee is 33,000. We all know that there are just basic ways of life and basic way of living, feeding, transportation, it's very, 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 very easy. It's very simple. How do you expect me to feed? How do you expect me to go to work? And now we know that youth corps members, when they get done with the orientation period, which lasts for about 3 weeks, they go to an orientation camp. You know, they're deployed to different states away from your state of residence for orientation and for, you know, your place up for your primary assignment. So when you're deployed to another state, for example, I'm based in Lagos, but I get deployed by the NYSC, you know, organization to serve in Osun State. And now you expect me to go to Osun State to do my orientation and start my primary assignment there, which is where you see the corps members work in an organization for about a year and they get paid. Now the company also pays them with the same amount that the NYSC pays the youth corps members, which is like now currently 33,000. If you're paying 33,000 plus 33,000 that they get from the NYSC, that's basically 66,000 in this current economy. How do you expect them to survive? You know, with housing, transportation, and feeding. This is the three major ways of living and the three major things we need to fend for to live. To go to work, you have to transport yourself, Abi. Exactly. You have to feed, right? You eat, let me say, for an average man, you should at least eat 2 times a day. A comfortable family would say 3 times, but an average, you know, person would say 2 times is okay. I don't mind eating at night. I can sleep and wake up the next morning, you know, which everybody knows that you should eat at least 3 times a day. Then, housing, accommodation. How do I pay up for my rent? What does 66,000 want to do with rent in Lagos? Or let's say for anywhere you're living. People even, I did see some comments of people saying, oh, they wanted to move to a certain state because they thought it was cheaper, but now they're hearing the prices of goods and the prices of accommodation there and they cannot believe their ears. Well, this is what NYSC has come out to decry to the government and to, you know, everybody in the country. On social media, it's really buzzing. Netizens have come out to say, how does dollar is 1,500, NYSC is 33,000. How do you expect to live? Well, let's get reactions from social media because a lot of people have come out to really express how they feel. And I must say, it's not good. Okay, well, this is from I am Vinicas _ senior. Dollar at 500, salary 33K. Dollar at 1,500, salary 33K. NYSC needs to fix this problem. Well, dollar was at 500 and it was 33,000. Now that dollar is now 1.5, it's still 33,000. Really? Please, we need to do something. And you know that this is the way that you've brought the youth to come together to stand and serve their father's land. I think it's also right that you compensate them. You also encourage them because this is what we need. And now we also see the current economic situation in the country. Everybody is, we're all talking about it, talking about the dollar rate. If you go to the market today, the amount of things you buy certain goods is not the same amount you're going to see next week, Tuesday. I promise you that, just because of the economic situation. It's really appalling. It's really discouraging. It's really deteriorating to one's status. To one's status, not to talk of your accounts and what you earn every day. And we're in a country whereby you get paid, you get paid less. You don't get to enjoy your hard work. You don't get to enjoy what you put in that company. And then when you get underpaid, you have to still manage and, you know, transport yourself to work. You have to manage to feed yourself. You have to manage to pay your rent. It is a lot. And now NYSC is bringing a lot of youths to do the NYSC. It's a compulsory, you know, thing in the country, and this is what we're settling at. We need to do better. Well, let's take more reactions at Mirab _ clothiers. You people should stop discouraging people going for NYSC registration now. Everybody should experience the shege that comes with that compulsory service. How about? Well, it's not a matter of discouragement. I think it's a matter of just the government doing better and also realizing that this is not what we are going to settle for. This is not what the youths and the corps members are going to settle for, because it's not helpful at all. It is really not helpful. NYSC allowance was 33K 2-3 years ago. It's still 33K. We know that the economic status is still not the same. It's not the same at all. All right, let's take more reactions. Otu Soro. Okay, At D underscore CHEF Curry says, not going for NYC when everyone wanted me to go is a decision I will never regret. Wow. You know, people are seeing these comments. They're seeing your handle. Well, it's okay. Let's go on. At Ajabo Danny, scrap the irrelevance called NYSC. Well, this is this person's opinion. This is not opinion of the station. If you won't pay people well, this person says scrap the irrelevance called NYSC if you won't pay people well. You cannot make the lives of Nigerians harder and not do something to cushion the effect. The minimum wage, also known as Allawee, should have a percentage increase. People are going through hell in the country. Well, I do agree with this person because we are seeing food poverty, and food poverty is becoming a real thing. Like, a lot of people are not able to put food on their tables because of the economic situation, and this is becoming real. Let's not also talk about transportation, and with the heightened level of insecurity in the country right now, people are not even safe any longer going out to work. So they are going to the company where they're getting underpaid, but they're not even sure of their safety. I mean, we did get a report that two ladies going to work off just Bagada Expressway literally got kidnapped early in the morning because they were trying to get to work, you know, and the kidnappers literally asked for a ransom from the company. Imagine that. And under that, you don't even have enough money to sustain yourself, not to talk of your transportation. And on top of the transportation that you are managing, you are still getting kidnapped. All right, well, let's take more reactions before we move on to our next conversation. Well, this is Elroy. NYC, please, even if it's 1K so I can eat. Hunger goes soon blind me. Oh. Well, these are also core members currently serving, complaining about the fact that NYC hasn't paid their Allawee. This is 30th January and they're yet to see their Allawee. And we know the NYC they pay towards the end of the month, just like most companies do, and they pay probably from the 27th, you're expecting your Allawee, and it looks like they didn't pay earlier this year. What's happening? It's the beginning of the year. Why haven't they gotten their salary, and why haven't they gotten their Allawee? What is really happening? Oh, this is at Otusoro _ Ranjo. As an NYC core member in a strange land, I pity you. State won't pay, PPA won't pay, you're receiving 33K. Yes, you rent house, buy foodstuff, charge phone, pay TP, TP, that's transport, inside 33K. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how some PPA. PPA is also is an abbreviation for place of primary assignment for NYC, core members, for the youth service core members. Many of them go to establishment, they start working on an establishment for their PPA that some of them don't even get paid for it. So at the end of the day, they have to really rely on the 33K the government pays them. Let's talk about the fact that, like I said earlier when I started this whole NYSC conversation, that some people get deployed to a different state than the state of their initial residence to serve, to work. The government feels like, oh, you should learn about other people's diverse cultures and, their way of living and the way of doing things. That's why they most times interchange their state of service. Now, when you change that, you're putting a youth in a different state from the one they are used to, okay? Now, you're putting them in a different state than the state, their natural or their normal state of residence. They're going there to start working there. They don't have an idea of how it works or how it works in that land. They're just believing they get a place of primary assignment to start working for the 1 year, and it's possible that that place of primary assignment do not even pay them their salary at the end of every month. So at the end of the day, they need to fend for themselves, which is feeding. They need to go to work at the same work that they don't pay, and they need to pay for rent, because you're staying in a foreign land. You definitely need to look for accommodation, most especially if you don't have any family member or anybody there that you know, and you're getting 33K from the government every end of the month. Come on now, we all know that the economy is not smiling right now, government. So this is what NYC members are decrying. Like, this is what is happening. Why are we still getting paid 33,000? Haba. Like, can't something be done? Can there be changes? This is too much. This is really unfair to them. So this is what the NYC conversation is about. Well, whatever you think about this hashtag, you could definitely comment down below and let me know. Well, we'll be moving on to the next conversation on today's hashtag show. Well, the Grammys, like I said before, has been trending. Now, this is more of us Nigerians than the Grammys as a whole. This is about Nigerians embracing the artists from Nigeria that have been nominated for the Grammys. If you do not know, or you know, well, I will still repeat. And the Grammys will be happening on the 4th of February 2024. That is about 6 days of, yeah, 6 days away from now, and it's going to be happening soon. It's going to be happening on Sunday, February 4. Now, a lot of people here in Nigeria are excited because many of their favorite artists got nominated. Like I said, on many editions before today, we know that Davido got nominated. Yes, David Adeleke, he got nominated for about one category, and no, I beg your pardon, Burna Boy got nominated for about 3 categories in the Grammys. To top it up, Burna Boy is also going to be performing at the Grammys. Now, as the Grammys draws closer, many of their fans here in Nigeria, Davido's fans, the 30BG fans, and the Outsider fans, which are Burna Boy's fans, have been all over social media about the Grammys and talking about how if their fave wins and the other fave does not win, it's going to be a big shame to the other fave. And I mean, this is just a battle of fans, literally. Sometimes this can be interesting, right? Because you just get to see fans throw tantrums to one another on social media, and that's what we see almost every other day, right? Also, some Wizkid fans, some Wizkid FC are coming in somehow, although Wizkid didn't get nominated, though. This time around, he didn't get nominated for the 66 Grammys award. So some Wizkid FC fan, or Wizkid's fans are coming out to try to show relevance, I guess. They're trying to say, yeah, even though Wizkid didn't win, well, he's won before, and I mean, it was one thing that brought out Afrobeat, and one was his win that made Afrobeats get on the global scale. Come on. I mean, let's calm down. Outsiders, Wizkid FC, 30BG, it's okay. At the end of the day, we are all proud of everybody doing well, skyrocketing in this music industry to the global scene, and we're all happy for everybody's success. Well, you know what? You know, Nigerians, we never get defeated, and we never lose. We're always going to come out to show that our people are on the same radar. Well, let's take reactions on social media and what everyone has to say about what netizens have to say about this Grammys coming up. Well, this is at the Junie Meal. See tears because of Hot 100. How Grammy Day go come be if una faves lose and Davido win? Well, if you guys do not know what the gist is about here with the Hot 100, well, the sensation song that Chris Brown, Davido, and Lil J did, it got to a #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It's a big song right now. Everybody's feeling the vibe, you know, sensational. Everybody's feeling it, and it got to #1. So 30BG fans are saying, I mean, see, our fave is getting to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. How about the Grammys? Meaning he's going to go to the Grammys and take all the awards. Come on now. This is 30BG fans doing their work as usual. Well, let's take 2 more tweets and we'll be getting to the end of the show. Okay, so we have more reactions on social media. A lot of people have come out to say how they feel about their own fave. Well, this is at Sammy's Chisom. Burna Boy has been nominated 10 times, okay, in different Grammy category with only 1 win. And outsiders, which are Burna Boy's fans, thinks he matters in the grand scheme of things when it comes to the Grammys. See them with their nonsense predictions. See y'all on Sunday. Really? I thought we were supposed to come together as a big nation and support our guys for even getting to the nominations. It's always a big deal when you get nominated for Grammys. So I thought we would all come together and just be happy for everyone's wins. Why are you all doing this? Well, these are outsiders. These are 30BG fans coming for outsiders. It's really interesting. Well, at David Dot, okay, Grammy released a list of African artists who have won the Grammy Award, and Wizkid is nowhere to be found on their list. So now I on that boy they flaunt since. See what I'm saying? How did Wizkid get into the gist? We don't even know how. Well, I think Wizkid has won a Grammy. Well, he did win a Grammy. It was Beyonce that won the Grammy, actually. Won the Grammy for the Brown Skin Girl song with Wizkid on it. So yes, that's a Grammy to Wizkid's name. Come on now, that's at least something he has won that had his name on it, even though he did not collect the award. Let's stop playing. Stop it. Well, let's take this last one. At Ramzor __, Davido and Lil J joins the league of artists that has climbed the Hot 100 chart. Davido also got his first 100 streams on Spotify and 3 Grammy nods last year. At least a Grammy award next month too. Congratulations to Davido. Congratulations to 30BG. Davido is currently on the news. He's currently on the blogs. He's currently on social media. Not just because of the Grammy, because of the Hot 100. Also because of selling out the O2 that he did perform at on Sunday, 2 days ago. The O2 Arena was also trending, which we spoke about yesterday, and it was a big deal. At Buff Daddy, a musician like Burna Boy does great music that unites us. He's an incredible force, somebody that people who differ on everything and anything else can all agree in common if they know music. Next up, the Grammys. Expect an elite performance from the master of the game. Now, outsiders have responded. So this is no longer 30BG. So outsiders are saying, please, Burna Boy is doing something and he's going to perform for us. He performs well. In all honesty, this is my opinion. I think Burna Boy is also a very great performer. But that's all we can take for today, and that's how far we can go on today's show. I would love to go on and keep giving you all the updates, but I can't do more than this. All right, well, I'll be back with more tomorrow, okay? Just stay tuned for tomorrow for the next edition, which is tomorrow. I'll be here for more and more just from social media. I'm Kayla, and of course, you can be a part of the show every time of every shows and every programming, which is on YouTube at Voice of the People TV on YouTube. And on social media, we're at VOP TV Live, all right? Yes, bye for now.
Yeah.